so that I can achieve and have what no one else has. That's how I was able to overcome a life sentence. Back in 2001, I was sentenced to 213 years in federal prison. That's right, 213 years. I was never supposed to get out, but I always believed that I would. See, what had to happen in order for me to be here with you today is I had to earn that. I had to earn this opportunity to be here. When you look at me, I hope you don't see the prison on me, right? When I walked in here this morning, what were you guys thinking? Did you have any ideas? If you had to guess, I see you smiling. What would you say? What would you think I do for a living?
Probably like selling real estate.
I sell real estate. So I look relatively successful, right? I look successful because I feel successful. And I'm going to give you guys some keys on how to do that. There are 3 key components to seeing yourself as a success. Well, first I want to tell you a little bit about myself. Because I did not get here by chance. As I told you, it took a lot of work. I grew up in a single-parent household. It was just my mother and myself. You know, my dad split when I was young. I was in the Midwest. Any of you who know anything about the Midwest, there's a lot of gangs out there. When I was growing up, my mom put in a lot of time at work. She went back to school. She really wanted to do the best for me. But I wound up spending a lot of time by myself. And I wound up out in the streets. By the time I was 7 years old, the neighborhood kids, those guys that were already in the gang, would teach me how to climb up over barbed wire fences. And I was helping them break into the school. I was a small little kid, so they would drop me down through the window, and I'd run around and open up the door. Those are the things that I learned at a very young age. That became normal to me. My mother, obviously, when she found out about some of these things, like any mother, she was worried. She wanted to get me out of there. Just like someone cared about you enough to get you here today, try and get you on a different track, see a different aspect of life, to see what success looks like. My mother thought the best bet for me was for her to take a job all the way out on the East Coast. To go from the Midwest to the East Coast is a dramatic change of pace, right? I was the outcast. I was the kid that talked funny, that looked funny, and it wasn't until I started getting a little bit older, I was very fortunate. I'm gifted to be very athletic. For me, it became basketball. I threw everything that I had into my sports and becoming an athlete.